Welcome to part 2. Earlier I mentioned that there were a few very interesting things with this verb saber, and in this video we're going to cover one of those. Whenever you want to express I knew or I didn't know, in other words, now you're talking about the past, in Spanish they always use a line past with saber to express that. So the question is, what does a line past sound like with saber? Well, it behaves like any other regular ER verb where we have these endings of ia, ias, ia, iamos, and ian. So if we put it on one slide, you can see that sabía would be I knew, sabías, you knew, sabía, he, she, and it knew. So as always, I and he, she, and it are the same. We have sabíamos for we knew and sabían for they knew. So once you have this sabía sound, it gives you a key that unlocks all the rest of it. Sabía, sabías, sabía, sabíamos, and sabían. Now, this literally means in English, I was knowing, you were knowing, he, she, or it was knowing, we were knowing, and they were knowing. So unlike English where I knew or I didn't know sounds like a dot in the past, in Spanish, they always treat it as a line, and you will use this line past to express that. Now, the same rule also applies as before. For example, if we want to say just in a general way, I knew, in Spanish you're going to throw in the it. So I knew would be lo sabía. How would you say I didn't know? No lo sabía. You knew. Lo sabías. You didn't know. No lo sabías. He, she, or it knew. Lo sabía. He, she, or it didn't know. No lo sabía. We knew. Lo sabíamos. We didn't know. No lo sabíamos. They knew. Lo sabían. They didn't know. No lo sabían. How would you say they didn't know the answer? No sabían la respuesta. Notice here that there was no need for the lo because we're defining in the sentence what it is they didn't know the answer. And this one, try this. They didn't know the reason why. No sabían el porqué. So remember, whenever you want to express that you knew or you didn't know something in the past, even though that sounds like a dot in English and we treat it as that way, in Spanish, they always treat it as a line in the past. So you will use this line past with saber. Now, in the next lesson, I'll explain exactly why they go to a line past to express knew or didn't know, because the reason why is important. And actually, I wonder if you can say that in Spanish. How would you say because the reason why is important? Porque el porqué es importante.